Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Oh, great leap!
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Fernandez. Almada. Tries to get it clear. Oh, what has happened here? Played into the box. Keeper has taken decisive action. Can he get on the end of this?
And it's dealt with by the outrushing keeper.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. He's shifting through the gears here. He's going for goal. Well, now it's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught on it here. De Paul with the delivery. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
Argentina really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. De Paul clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Nice-looking ball. And Messi! That is decidedly lacking.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. He's a sharp little ball here.
He's picked his way through.
Out of play for a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away.
Well read, nice interception. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Argentina with the corner, there first. And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's fabulous. Looking for options for movement. Martinez. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. And here comes the corner. Corner number 2 then. And it's hoisted clear. Takes a shot. Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Spread to the right. He is through here. There's the header. Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Fernandez. Oh, such a clever touch. Spread it left. Oh, Mada!
Terrific effort, just off target. Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
It's gone out for a throw-in. The pull, spots it and intercepts. That's been cut out, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Argentina clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Fernandez. Knocks it out wide. Not the most accurate pass.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
And they've got rid. Romero. He's having a pop! That's the end of the first 45. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So there was the first half.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. The second half is up and running.
Argentina have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And it's lofted. And Martinez! Oh, that is rather wayward. The ball is loose and the chase is on. It's a loose ball. And he can thump it away. Pinches it off him. And here's Messi. Foot in. Pass is just off target. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Messi. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. No, he's not getting his way this time. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And he's intervened well there. Nicely aimed pass. Almada. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Martinez. And it's Rodrigo de Paul. Martinez. Almada. Driven in.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
That'll be a throw-in. McAllister. And this is Messi. Messi! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Cambio.
So, third corner of the game. He's having a hit! He's done very well to get to that.
Medina is offering a wry smile there.
That has been knocked clear. Cabo Verde have the chance to go the other way. No, he's not getting any further than that. Messi. Oh, shooting chance! And there's a goal! And that could well be the winner!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Argentina have fired themselves in front.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter, the desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive. Argentina surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Argentina leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. He's in a great position here. Almada. He's got away. Oh, he's been caught napping. And he shoots! It's off target and by quite a way.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Cabo Verde have opted to make another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
He has found the way through. Real chance! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Argentina moments now away from seeing this one out. And that's another good win of the ball. Martinez. And Martinez!
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And he's running through. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. And that's going to be a booking.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Messi is standing over this one. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Messi! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge.
And that will be it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Argentina really were always favourites to start with, and try as they might, you always knew that their opponents were only going to emerge with little more than their pride intact.
Thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Preséntese, por favor.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
So we're very much on the way now. Lucas Paqueta picks it up out wide. Doué. Lucas Paqueta. Neymar! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Now it's Mbappe. And he's being shifted off it. Now he's running away. Oh, just a keeper now. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, Peter, I think the smartest of reactions, and he just attacked the danger.
And here's Evan Nielsen.
he's having a shot!
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Rafinha does really well to win the ball there. Hernandez. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Elise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift.
It's Dembele! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's been taken short. Delivers Doué! Oh, off the bar! But he's left disappointed.
Well, Peter, sometimes that happens. You get a great connection, and yet that proves to be the problem. It was too good to go in.
Ederson. That's going wide left. Threads one in. Tries to pass it through. Upamecano cuts it out. Hernandez. And it's Dembele. Thinks one through.
He's rising! Goal, Brazil! And there is your opener.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Brazil have taken the lead.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Neymar. Takes on his marker. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement.
Tries one from range. And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That is good alertness.
He is through. Lucas Paqueta! Oh, he's hit the bar.
And it's Alexandro. He's had it taken off him.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's fabulous. He'll try from distance! And that was too close for comfort.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Marquinhos. Lucas Paqueta. In by Paqueta. Even Nilsson! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Ederson. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Well read, nice interception. Spread to the right. Now it's Olise.
Minuto de acréscimo.
Now has he got the beating of his marker here? Can he get on the end of this? So, temporary halt to the action. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Brazil are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. So right back into the action.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
France can't breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Saliba, Rabiot, Chouameni, and it's Rabiot. And here's Mbappe, Olise, he's picked his way through. Olise had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
There's the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
They've played it short. And this is Dembele. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Neymar. Chouameni. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's got away. Takes a shot! He's got a goal! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Gol marcado para a França. Aos 11
And that
minutos do
really
segundo
is
tempo,
so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Ball comes in.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Lucas Paqueta. And he's forced to go back. 60 minutes played. Ambitious ball here. Brilliantly cut out. Rabiot.
And Doué. And it's Neymar. Alexandro. And it's made its way to him. Evanilson is flagged offside. Now it's Evanilson. Neymar. Saliba. Short changes him with that pass. Rafinha looking to add to his goal. Bruno Guimaraes! Denied by an instinctive save.
Bruno Guimaraes clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, nicely intercepted. And the counter is on. Now it's Olise. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Played over towards the opposite flank.
Good switch, that.
Lucas Paqueta. Oh, just skips past his man. Hernandez did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Brazil clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that. Cherki. Now it's Evanilson. And this is Neymar. That's tidy. It's Neymar! Goal! Brazil! Into the lead once more. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Camisa 10. Neymar.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Lucas Paqueta is onto this. Lucas Paqueta! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And he gets rid in a hurry. It's gone for a throw-in. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Olise absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Brazil close now to seeing this one through to the end. Now it's Rafinha. Saliba getting this one clear.
Brazil really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
4 minutos de acréscimo.
Chouameni, Rabiot. Marquinhos gets a foot in here. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And now the breakaway. And it's been played through. Koundé. Cherki. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Brazil pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Rafinha taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone.
A deeply historic derby. The rivalry between Spain and Portugal is ancient and heartfelt, and so this is an intense, intriguing Iberian affair. It is utterly unpredictable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And when these two meet, Jim, we know it is special.
Well, the calibre of players available to both teams makes this game a potential classic every time, Peter. OK, you may think the Spaniards have had the better of things in direct showdowns in recent big tournaments, but I can see very little difference in terms of relative strengths.
So straight into the action. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. Who do you think this turns on, Jim? He leaps for it! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Tries a shot! And again! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low, too.
João Neves. Into the channel. Oh, he's found support out wide. Pedro Neto picks it up out wide. Has a look up and delivers. And he's heaved it away. Mikel Oyarzabal. Oh, good spread. Ferran Torres gets into a good position. And that is high.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
Vega. João Neves. And it's Bruno Fernandes. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Swung over. And it's Gavi. And it's hoisted clear. Pedri. Good chance here! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now they can clear their lines. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's a key interception. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Now it's Oyarzabal. Here's a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Ferran Torres finds himself offside. And claimed it back swiftly. Tries to play it through.
Might want to be careful there.
He shifted it to the flank. João Neves. Played out towards the right wing. And here's Neto. Oh, it's come loose. Vega. And it's Bruno Fernandes. To Bruno Fernandes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Vitinha. It's a really well-measured ball. And he was quick to react. João Cancelo. Llorente.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Getting up there!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that is headed for the middle.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bernardo Silva. It's a pretty loose pass. Can he get on the end of this? An instinctive delivery. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he's had it nicked away. He's gone for goal! That's got him rattled. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. And they've switched it over to the other side. It's Bernardo Silva. And it's Vitinha. Played out to the left flank. Ferran Torres. Nicely spread. Ferran Torres providing an outlet on that flank. He'll try from distance! And the whistle goes for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. The midway point of the game.
Spain really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. So straight into the second half.
Spain are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Spread out to the left. Pedro Neto. It's a promising position. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Gavi. Cucurella. Oh, good effort! And he scores! And there is your opener. It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unearned.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Spain penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
And a header! Harmlessly behind. Not the most convincing of passes. Vega. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural...
Ferran! Oh, he's hit the bar! Oh, decent chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
João Neves. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And Mendes. That'll be a throw-in. And it's Vitinha. Turns back here, probably the best option. Araujo. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. João Cancelo. He is through here! To Bruno Fernandes. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Araujo. And it's Neves. There will be a throw-in. Portugal can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Good ball, good take. Cucurella. Now the cross. Way off the ball! And he's straight offside. Now it's Oyarzabal.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
João Cancelo. Vitinha. And Kubasi. Over to the right flank. That has been slung wide. No way through there. Now this could be a chance. Ferran Torres. Spain leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. That's an excellent interception. Pedro Neto. He's gone for goal. Big relief, it just needed better contact. Portugal have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And it's Cancelo. He has found the way through. That's good play.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And he's picked it up out wide. Great defending, strong and determined. And that's going up front in a hurry. João Neves gets across to intercept that. Oh, no joy this time. Rodri. Can he get it through?
Fabian Ruiz. That's a shade optimistic. And that's that. Spain have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Cucurella picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.